What's up, everyone? So my Cybertruck just got 13.2.1 FSD. We're gonna give it a test and see how well it does. People have been raving about this, so I'm really excited to see what this has. We're gonna put it to the test and do some public street driving today around kind of an afternoon busy drive during a small downtown area. Let's get into it. All right, this is FSD 13.2.1 in the Tesla Cybertruck. I did get my this update a little bit later than most. All right, so we're gonna be making a right up here, and there's a lot of traffic coming right now. Look at this. So it's actually gonna do potentially a full complete U-turn. This is all right. This is pretty crazy. All right, we're gonna do a full U-turn here. Let's see if it can do this. All right, there's some more cars. I can see them coming. You can actually see them right here. I have not personally, I mean, obviously I haven't been watching a ton of these videos. I haven't seen a Cybertruck do a U-turn yet. So this could be, at least for me personally, one of the first ones to see. All right, so it's gonna go. Again, more cars coming. You can start to see a lot of these people here. It's going. Look at that. Literally doing a U-turn. That's crazy. Wow. Very cool. All right, so it handled that's the first time I've seen it do a U-turn. I don't even think my Model X is doing U-turns. I think it's potentially the turning radius. The Model X has done it a couple times, but pretty rarely. So to see this doing that is pretty impressive. One thing I will say, again, this might be a little bit of my ignorance. I really don't know if I noticed that on some of the FSD versions of really FSD 13, I thought that you know, really it's just like kind of like you just hit a button and it will take you and park you. So that's not the case in the Cybertruck. Again, maybe I'm missing something, so sorry about that. But we're gonna go and see if this thing will park itself. Like I said, it's the FSD that's happening in the Model 3, Model Y is, at least from what I've seen, includes that. It's pretty much park to park. But we're definitely going to take this around and see what is possible and what's not possible. All right, so it looks like we will be making a left here. So finally this person, I was gonna honk, but gave it some time. All right, so we're making a left here. We got a car out here on the right, kind of parking on the side. We're gonna be coming up to a four-way stop. So we're going to be making a right. Again, this is about a 3-way stop. All right, so we're making a right. These cars are coming across right now. That car had already just made a left. So typically, I just want to call out, if I was driving, I would be making a left here and going down there. You can actually, there was a Tesla that went over there earlier. But in this case, it's kind of taking a little bit of a longer route, probably because it does not have in the maps going down that route. All right, so one thing is that this is actually a unprotected left-hand turn here. We are making a left. So let's see how we're going to be making an unprotected left-hand turn. So let's see how this handles. So it's allowing that person to go by, the other person to go straight, and then it's going. That is crazy. That's awesome. All right, so here we are. We're going to be making a left. It looks like there's a bunch of cars coming, so we're going to see how it handles all of that. All right, so all the cars are passing and it's gonna make a left. And then it looks like we even have a fire truck that's just parked over here. So let's see how it handles that. But looks like it's going through. That is crazy. And then it looks like we have a bunch of stuff up here on the side as well. All right, so there's a stop sign. All right, so it's making a right. Wow. It's just, so again, this is what is still shocking to me, is that this is a complete parking lot. And we're also gonna get up here and we're gonna see if it can park into a supercharger. Again, I don't, it looks like it's trying to navigate. Oh, look at this. So I'm not sure, is it, I think it's done. So I don't think that this will park itself. Yeah, it's not going to be necessarily a park to park. So, all right, well, let's just do, let's try Los Gatos library. All right, well, let's go. So let's just get out of the way, and then I'm going to activate it again. All right, check this out. It's going up and over this. We have people right here that are getting in front of the car. All right, so we're making a right here. Again, we are in a parking lot. And then, so right here, up here on the left, you can see that there is 2 different pathways. So it's good that it navigates to this side instead of going through the left. I feel like, did it just back up there, or is it because I'm leaning that it felt like it backed up? But that would be crazy if it backed up. All right, so it's gonna go. All right, so we're making a left. Hopefully we can make it through. I don't really want to stick through this light, so hopefully, looks like we'll make it through. No problemo. One thing I will say though is that probably the biggest issue that I've had with FSD and the Cybertruck is sometimes it will bail very close to a car when it has gotten too close. There's been a couple times where it's like take over immediately. So it has made me kind of like really just adjust how I am around it when you're getting closer to cars. So I get a little bit uneasy, but like I said, this is why it's FSD supervised. But hopefully, you know, we continue to see, you know, strides forward. All right, so now we're gonna go. So we actually see a cop here up on the right. It looks like they've pulled someone over, so it's not really going to be an issue when it comes to dealing with it. We have a yellow, enough time, it's evaluated and it went through, so that's great. All right, so we're going to be making a right up here. Thankfully it went before, because you just pretty much were going to have a huge chain of a bunch of cars coming. So we're coming up to a three-way stop. There's just cars coming at me, not on the left or across from there. So yeah, that was perfect. We're gonna be kind of getting to a school zone. All right, so it looks like, okay, so looks like four-way stop. We've come to a full complete stop. There's a person going across there. It's holding up. All right, so we're gonna go across here. Looks like there's gonna be no action with kids crossing the grounds. I'm gonna actually, let's see, end trip. Let's have it, pay attention obviously. Let's have it go, but let's just do this. How do you navigate? There we go. I'm gonna pick this spot here. Looks like a bunch of action as far as kids going. All right, three-way stop up here. No one coming across the crosswalks. We have a biker up here on the left, but again, I had the right of way, so. And then we actually have a car out here on the right backing in, so we're gonna go. And then that biker is actually out here on my right-hand side. So the weird thing is it thinks that this is a stop. So you see the stoplights there. Obviously the stoplights are further ahead. So I had to push on the accelerator a little bit. All right, so here we're trying to go through a crosswalk. People are coming across. We have a car in front of us. They're gonna go. I don't see any people coming across the crosswalk, so we're good. But we're gonna be making a right up here. All right, so we're waiting to make a right. All right, so we're gonna make a right here. They were not, the pedestrian was not given the right of way, obviously, because it didn't turn green. Or sorry, you didn't see the crosswalk turn white. We're going here, so to handle that right turn perfectly, there's no one I see coming across here at all. So it's just gonna go through this. I'm gonna go back to this location. All right, so we went through that crosswalk and you didn't see anything. It's like getting ready to go back to the supercharger, which is not exactly what I'm trying to do. All right, so this person wants to go. Look at that. It stopped perfectly. We'll have to make that into short, but that person was coming, showing that they wanted to come, and the Cybertruck perfectly stopped for that. All right, so here's another crosswalk as well. So you can't even see here in front of us, and it was able to handle that perfectly. We are going to be making a right turn here into a pretty congested area. So if the light turns green, we should be able to make it through, but we'll see, because we also have, so not only are we making a right, but there's people actually coming as well. All right, so we have people coming, but then we have also people making right. So of course it's gonna wait. All right, so we're making a right. Okay, so did that perfectly, waited for the pedestrians. There's no congestion here. It's gonna go through. Just gonna pick some random school. Let's just end this, and then I'm gonna go to that place. Let's go. So overall, like, you know, as I'm driving, seamless drive. It handled the U-turn. It was able to also navigate through an unprotected left-hand turn. It was also, you know, able to handle, you know, pretty busy streets with a lot of kids coming, recognizing when people are coming out, when they're not. We saw that one pedestrian was poking their head out. It stopped. And you know, like I said, it was able to do, like, I have not had to engage at all, as far as, I've not had to disengage. So there's still things like, you know, hitting the accelerator that are still happening. But again, it's just these drives are becoming pretty close to perfect. And that's ultimately what you want to see. Right? All right, so we're gonna go. So I literally just changed it right now, and it was able to handle that pretty well. So what I'm trying to do is, we have a construction zone up here, but what I'm trying to do is, so we got I'm trying to go over here. Let's go over here. So we handled that construction zone, that handled it well. We're gonna make a left. So the reason why I really like this turn here is it's kind of like an S curve, right? So you can see it right here. It kind of makes an S. There's no turn on red here. So it has to wait. And you can see this lady is also in the middle of the road as well. So once this turns green, again, it's gonna make an S. So let's see how well it does. All right, so it's going, navigating through the lanes, and it's just pretty much going all the way through. And we even have, so it handles this perfectly. We even have an Amazon trunk in the middle of the road. That is great. We are going to, and trip, and we're going to navigate to, again, I'm gonna, so it's gonna make a left here, or it's gonna go straight, but let's just type this in. We're coming to a four-way stop. Another four-way stop. The stop sign is just now appearing, so and it looks like this car is getting there. So we have this car going by. I don't know, it looks like they're just gonna go straight, so we're gonna go now. So we're going to be making a right here. You see these cars out here coming on the left. And it's going to go even before that Amazon truck. All right, so I'm just gonna give my final thoughts. FSD 11.13.2.1, it's absolutely outstanding, the progress that's been made. These drives are becoming pretty much perfect, outside of a couple of they're not disengagement, but human inputs, which is essentially me hitting the accelerator multiple times here and there. But I do want to call out how perfect these drives are becoming. It's just crazy. So thank you again for tuning along. It really is cool to see how far we've come with this. Make sure you like and subscribe. We will catch you on the next FSD video.